Some builders in Austin, Texas want you to pay top dollar for average homes, but not these. So in part 2 of this 2-part series, we're taking you inside 2 more homes for sale that we think represent the best bang for your buck. They have really interesting layouts, great finishes, and the kind of price points that we think make sense for real families moving to Austin. All right, so we happen to have 2 of our favorite builders out here in this neighborhood right next to each other. So first, we're gonna take you inside one of the homes that this builder has built that's for sale, and then we're gonna head next door and show you another home here in just a little bit. So before we hop in, I'm just gonna tell you, this house is insane. There are some features in this house that I have never seen before, and I'm really excited to show it to you. So let's jump right into it. So we hop in the front door, and I am gonna skip a ton of stuff like I normally do, and I'm gonna take you straight into the heart of the home. All right, and that to me is the living, kitchen, and dining situation. Per usual in this neighborhood, you've got big soaring ceilings here, plenty of space in this living room to do a sectional, couple chairs, whatever you wanna do. And honestly, I feel like it is totally standard in this subdivision to have big sliding glass doors looking out to the backyard. And we'll take a look at that stuff here in just a little bit. But I love this big ceiling fan right here. I think that's a big ass fan. Mom, don't get mad at me. That's just the name of the brand of the fan. Okay, now we're gonna come into the kitchen. Now the like big showpiece of this kitchen is this huge island. Actually, Aaron said earlier, he was like, Barrett, this island is the size of an actual island. So it's a massive polished granite slab. Plenty of space to put 4, 5, maybe even 6 bar stools on the other side of the bar. Lots of little like hidden storage right here like this. I think that's a really nice touch. Okay, this is where fridge cabinets are. We got a nice little, I would say this is on the smaller side as far as pantries go, especially for this size of home, but it is a corner pantry, so that gets us a little bit more usable space, which I like. Built-in microwave oven. Man, I am just like, this kitchen is very well appointed, super nice. I could totally imagine cooking dinner, washing dishes, and just hanging out here, watching the TV over the bar here. Like, I like this scene, all right? Okay, so it transitions over here into, again, I would call this like, this is the dining area, but I would call this kind of like a jumbo breakfast area, but they very easily have like a 6-seater dining table here, and there's plenty of room. So like, if it were me and my family, we're eating dinner here every night, all right? Windows looking out to the backyard, nice touch. We're gonna check the backyard out here in just a little bit, but I wanna take you back to the front door because there is a lot that we skipped over to take you into the heart, right? Okay, so say you walk into the front door, there's Aaron coming down the stairs.
I'm an upgrade.
Aaron, dude, you look like a beautiful bride coming down that stair, dog.
For $200,000, you can get me with this home.
Aaron is a $200,000 upgrade. Sir, you are, all right? Believe in yourself.
There's a dollar amount on me.
Believe in yourself, but you can be bought.
I am dead inside.
Okay, so you walk right through the front door and you got a couple options. You actually have many options here. So you can hang a right, and this is where the 3-car tandem garage would be. Actually, the door would kind of be on the other side of the doorway here, but no big deal. Or you could continue where Aaron's getting some sick, drippy B-roll over here. And this is like a, it's like a mudroom area that goes right into a, half bath here. So this is where most of the guests would use the restroom if they needed to. And actually, I'm gonna take a minute to tell you, like, this builder, we rarely, I don't know why, but we rarely highlight them on this YouTube channel. And I actually want that to change. And I will tell you, like, a lot of their design touches and design features are not things like, it doesn't match my personal aesthetic. However, I think it's a little more cottagey, a little bit more old Englishy, if that's a thing. I could see a lot of people really liking it, and I think they do an excellent job with what they do, which is why we wanted to highlight them on this channel today. Going back to the front door, you could also hang a left if you wanted to, and there's like this dedicated office, study, library, play area for kids. I would totally use this as my work from home office space. I'm really liking this light fixture. I like that there are big windows looking out to the front, double glass doors right here. Like, I think that is a great touch. Now, continuing down this little hall, the next thing we're gonna hit is a media room. And so far we've shown you 3 houses in this neighborhood. The other 2 houses we showed last week in our episode, so check that out if you haven't already. But this is the 3rd house out of 3 to have a media room. We got some Nickelodeon playing here. What's up, Nickelodeon? Okay, now, right over here is the first bedroom. It's like a guest bedroom. So, in the door, shut it off there, and it's got its own full bathroom, totally attached to the bedroom. Really nice, tasteful touches in here. Nothing crazy, but I really like it a lot. And then you've got a bedroom in here. Now, this is not a very big bedroom. I think this must be a full-size bed. Full-size bed. Honestly, I think that's probably all you're gonna wanna put in here. Perfect for a guest, an aging parent maybe, a kid, teenager who just kind of wants their own space, all right? So now we're at the front door again. We're walking down straight into the heart, but then we've got this dining room area right here. Big dining space. You got the wine fridge right here, extra storage. I think this is a really great space for a dining space, except, like I told you before, my family and I would probably end up actually eating mostly in the jumbo breakfast space, but still, if you want to have a dedicated dining space, you got it right here. Now, we're gonna go across the hallway here. We got ourselves a little Harry Potter closet here. You got like a linen closet, hallway closet, goes straight into the utility room, which has a sink. There's another door right here, which I'm not gonna show you what that is quite yet. And by the way, there is something upstairs that is wild, and I cannot wait to show it to you. It's something I've never seen before. Okay, now we're gonna go right back here to the back of the home into the master. Okay, so this is a great big master, elevated ceilings, dedicated seating area. They got a king size bed going here. Like, y'all, I'm a looking and I'm a liking. And if you're looking and you're a liking, you have got to get a hold of us, because this builder in this community, there aren't too many more opportunities left. And so you have to give me a call, shoot me a text, shoot us an email, and we'd love to hook you up with one of these opportunities, okay? But you have to call us. Okay, so we're going right into the master. Oh, there we go. I was just thinking, I'd really like a sliding barn door or something, and there we go. So, sliding barn door leading right into the master bathroom. So you've got double vanities, one on this end of the bathroom and one on this end, with a big standalone garden tub right here, right in the middle, right in front of the walk-in shower. Little dip down here, lots of space. Over here, we've got a commode room. I'm not gonna lie, not a lot of space. I'm not gonna be doing burpees in here. Not gonna be doing my jumping jacks. Not gonna be doing my CrossFit workout in here. Linen closet. And then right over here is the master closet. And this is a really nice size master closet. And one really cool feature I was telling you about earlier is if you open the door on the other side of the closet, we are back in the utility room, the laundry room, which leads right back out to the hallway straight off of the front door. So now let's check out the backyard. All right, so again, you got these big sliding glass doors, right, y'all? It is an overcast day and this house is still beautiful. Okay, so you got this big, super tall ceiling, outdoor covered back patio. You've got a door that leads from like the kitchen breakfast area, or you've got the big sliding glass doors that lead from the living room out here. Perfect for outdoor living. If it was me, I would mount a big old Fat Daddy TV right on that wall so I can watch professional cycling. No one ever wants to watch professional cycling. If you want to watch professional cycling, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, and let's hook it up, because I'm a nerd and no one likes to watch that stuff with me. Anyway, then out here, we've got fire pit, seating area. And one thing I want to note is this lot is a lot more shallow than if you were to come build this plan with this builder. Like, this is kind of like a model home cul-de-sac. And so, funny enough, this lot is actually a lot smaller than the typical lot that you would build on here. So don't be deterred by the size of this lot. Most of their homes are on much bigger size lots, okay? But anyway, I think this is really cool. You've got this like extended back patio. So there's like outdoor dining. So you got outdoor living and outdoor dining as well as a fire pit seating area out here. Now, I'm gonna show you something that you have not seen before. As I'm heading upstairs, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you something you ain't never seen before. But first, I'm gonna hang a left, or no, hang a right, and you got this game room, right? Great game room. One thing that's interesting about this game room, I don't really know where you would put a TV. I saw that they put a TV here. I don't know why you would put a TV there. I would probably arrange this furniture a little bit differently to make more sense for watching TV or gaming up here. Super cute little built-in bench seating area right here. And then we've got a half bath right here so that, again, guests who are up here hanging out, playing video games, watching movies, guests can pop into that bathroom right there. Now, on the other side of the game room, I'll show you, we got our upstairs full bath here. And this is probably gonna be used by the person in this room. So great room for a kid, a guest, plenty of size, plenty of room, plenty of space to put any size bed that you want. We got us a great size closet. Now you might be like, Barrett, I've seen all of this before. What are you talking about? You probably haven't seen this. So this is the master bedroom, okay? So nice, big, long, wide master bedroom. Let's take a look at the closet in here. Not the biggest master closet I've ever seen, but plenty of space, all right? Now you might be like, Barrett, I've seen a master bedroom before. I don't know if you remember, I already showed you a master bedroom downstairs, and there's another master bedroom over here. So this home and this plan is perfect for like multi-generational living, right? So if you got parents, aging parents living with you, they can take the master downstairs and you can take the one up here, or vice versa. Or I already talked to the builder and they can actually do 2 master bedrooms downstairs. One of them can be put where the media room currently is in that whole space, and then they can move a media room up here, okay? That's honestly probably what I would do. So perfect for an aging parent, set of parents, or if there's just like a kid coming back from college, an older kid who's just like, I just want a freaking master bedroom. I would not let one of my kids have a master bedroom right now because it's just setting them up for disappointment when they go to college and basically live in a prison cell somewhere in college. But anyway, here we are in the second master bathroom. So we got the commode room here, double vanities, like dang, we got these quartz countertops, like y'all, this is looking elite. Okay, so I will say, I think the quality of the finishes are a little bit better in the master bathroom downstairs. But you know, just little nitpicky things here. Again, y'all, I have seen a lot of stuff in my day, but I don't think I've ever seen like a full on extra second master suite upstairs in a home. All right, that house was so interesting to me, but what do you think? Okay, so this next builder I'm gonna show you, wow, they're blasting some country music out of this yard here. I love country music. If you're moving to Texas, you better like some country music. If not, let me know and I'll point you in the right direction to some really great music. But anyway, this next builder is pretty darn special because I would say of all the people who reach out to us, especially people who reach out to us from YouTube, just like you, this is the builder that we probably get requested most for information about, okay? And I think you're gonna see why. It is definitely one of my favorite production builders in all of Austin because a lot of what they include in their models are not necessarily upgrades. It's just like included with the house, okay? So, really excited to show you this home. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, you go in the front door, and the first thing we're gonna see is this big, high ceiling study. Now, here's one thing that I wanna point out about this builder that I really like a lot, that's these little details that really go a long way. So, most builders are gonna have windows that start like a couple, 2, maybe 3 feet above the ground. But this builder has windows that are about 10 to 12 inches above the ground. So the windows are like lower to the ground, but they're still really high. So all that to say, their windows are much bigger than typical builders' windows, and I love that. So if that's something that's important to you, you need to let us know. give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, and we wanna know what to look out for you. Okay, so you got these big double glass doors going into the study like that. Staircase right here, which we're gonna show you the upstairs here in just a little bit. And then over here to my right, this is where the garage would normally be. Okay, so right now it's the builder's sales office, but typically it's the garage. All right, now we're gonna get you straight into the heart of the home here. So you got these soaring ceilings in the living room, but we're gonna go back to the kitchen. So very tasteful, very simple kitchen here. This island is not like massive, it's pretty compact, but I think it's all you need. I like it a lot. I really like the natural wood grain finish on the island side of the cabinets, and then kind of this more glossy white finish over here on the range side. So GE 5-burner range here. I think this is a cool touch, this glass door to the pantry. Nice size pantry, people. Like, this house is not massive, but I really appreciate the size of this pantry. So see, that's why this is one of my favorite builders. So over here, fridge, we got the built-in microwave and oven situation. This is one of those homes where it truly is like an open kitchen, dining, living. So it's like seamless here. So you've got this 6-seater dining table just right in the middle of the room here, which transitions over here into the living room. So super, really nice size living room in addition to the tall ceilings. There's just a lot of space here. So they've already got a sectional with a nice love seat, or not a love seat, but a seat here. So yeah, I really like this living room. And it looks up over onto the game room upstairs, which we're gonna get to here in just a little bit. But first, let's take a look at the master. Okay, so master bedroom, great big windows looking out to the backyard. This is not a massive master bedroom. That's kind of like the theme of this house, I would say. Like, not huge, definitely not small, but kind of just right, in my opinion. All right, so going into the master bathroom here, we've got double vanities kind of separated by the door into the bedroom. Let's see, nice linen closet here. This closet, again, not the biggest I've ever seen, not the smallest I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? All right, toilet room. Ah, yes, there we go. About the same size as the toilet room in the previous house we showed from the different builder, but I like that the door opens out and not in because it doesn't mess with your leg room. And again, y'all, I'm 6.5 feet tall. Leg room really matters to me, all right? Now let's check out this shower. I really like this. I really like the tile in here. I just think this is a really nice touch. You got a little bench right here, looking out to the rest of the room. Look, here is the Barrett disclaimer. Whenever I see this, I have to call it out because I'm here to protect you people. I am your protector, your housing real estate protector. So if you are taking a shower right there, it looks directly out the door here into the bedroom, straight into the backyard. So you really need to make sure that you keep these doors closed or those curtains closed when you're in here taking a shower, because you don't want your backyard neighbors accidentally looking in and just getting a peek at your naked, wet butt. That would just be really embarrassing, and I don't want that to happen to you. Again, I'm here to protect you. Aaron, I'm here to protect you too.
Please.
All right. Let's check out the backyard. Okay, so this is really interesting. So we've got this kind of big covered back patio. I mean, look, this is something that the builder has here for their model. It's like these little, not little, these big cast iron fountains or whatever. You are not gonna have this in your home, so don't worry about that. Anyway, I'm not gonna highlight any of this too much because all of this is just massive builder upgrades that there is no way you're gonna have in your house. Holy, I gotta show you all this, hold on. So this builder has another model home next door, and it has this crazy backyard feature that I just have to show you. How do I get over here? I just almost freaking ate it. There's this pond thing. This is crazy. You walk over it. I feel like I'm in Tokyo or something. This is absolutely nuts. No one is ever gonna put this in their backyard, but I do think it's really pretty. So anyway, nice sized backyard. We're gonna talk all about the stats, all about the pricing here at the end of the video, and like all the different size lots you can get and all that kind of stuff. So just know for now, great backyard, covered back patio. You can do your thing out here. Okay, I just saw something. They got a cookbook here by Anthony. Let's Do Dinner. Y'all know who this guy is? This is like the food guy on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. I think it's just called Queer Eye now. My wife and I love that show. And fun fact, that guy Anthony once, my wife Kristen and I were biking on the Town Lake Trail in the middle of Austin. And we were biking, and my wife is like super cool. Like she lived in New York City for a while. She's like the coolest woman I've ever known, and she's super chill, very laid back. And anyway, we were biking and we saw Anthony running on the Town Lake Trail, and he passed us, and my wife, she called out to him like involuntarily. She just goes, "Anthony!" Like, I'm not gonna do it right now, but she did it like 30 times louder than that. And I was like, oh my gosh. So now every time we see him like on cookbooks like that, or we see a commercial for Queer Eye, we're just like, "Anthony!" Anyway, so now we're upstairs. Okay, so we've got this great game room with a lot of natural light because it's got its own windows here, but you also are bringing in natural light from the back of the living room. This is great. And again, I think you would probably need some sort of entertainment center. You're not gonna like mount a TV on the wall, but you're gonna probably put some kind of entertainment center right here. They've got cable jacks right there, so that's what they're assuming you would do. I would not put this tiny little ping pong table right here. What else we got up here? Let's see what we can see. Okay, so first thing we're gonna hit is this kid's bedroom here. They've got it set up for a little girl's room. Nice sized closet. Actually, not a very big closet, but for a kid, that's about all they need. All right, and then we've got our first full bathroom up here. So this is where guests like would use the bathroom up here. If they're up here watching a movie, this is where they're gonna go. But as always, kind of really nice, sensible, tastefully appointed. All right, we got another bedroom here. That's a crazy light fixture. Nice sized closet. Check out that light fixture. I like that. That all kind of looks out onto the game room. And then we've got another room back here, which is a bedroom, and they kind of have it set up as like an office, kind of. I'm not really sure why. This would definitely be a bedroom. And super bonus that it's got this full bathroom attached to it here. I like this tile, I like these countertops. Like, man, this builder, they're doing it right. A++. All right, little compact closet here, but that's just about all you need. Now, do not act like you don't know exactly what time it is, because it is time to sit down and let's talk about some stats, let's talk about some info, and most importantly, let's talk about the pricing that it's gonna take you to get to move into a great neighborhood like this. Before we jump into that, in the last video that we did on this neighborhood, so this is part 2, in part 1, at the end of the video, we talked to you guys a ton about this neighborhood and what this neighborhood has to offer, but just a couple quick high points. We are in Liberty Hill, which is a northwestern Austin suburb. This is a giant master plan community. They've got about 6,000 homes built right now. In the next 6-7 years, they're gonna have about 10,000 homes built. This community currently has 4 world-class amenity centers, each with their own resort-style pool. There's a 5th amenity center in the works right now, and they're actually planning on their 6th amenity center currently. So there's a lot of just like really, really cool features of this neighborhood that make it perfect for so many different types of people, okay? And I'm just gonna tell you, I've been in this neighborhood before, I've worked in this neighborhood a lot, and we always see tons of kids riding their bikes around, playing, like coming home from school, going to school, like tons of kids in this neighborhood, all right? But again, if you wanna know a lot more about this area and this neighborhood specifically, check out part 1 that we did in our episode last week. Let's get down to it. Let's talk about some pricing. Okay, so I got it all laid out right here so that I do not forget anything. Okay, so the first builder, and just to remind you, The builder that we looked at right before this, I think they have like a pretty quirky design aesthetic, a design style. Again, it's not my personal taste, but I don't not like it. I think there are a lot of people who would love it. I think it's really quirky, kind of Austin-y. Like, I actually really like it. I don't like it, but I could see a lot of people really liking it a lot. What I do like is the quality of finishes and the quality of construction that they have. So if you saw those homes and you're like, man, I really want to know more about that builder, Barrett, tell me about them. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send us an email, and we'd love to hook you up with that info. All right, so pricing. Before I tell you the pricing of the model, let's just talk about general pricing for that builder in the neighborhood. That builder builds homes on all different sizes of lots, all right? And it can get confusing, but essentially they build homes on 40, 45, 60, and 90-foot lots. There might even be some other ones that they build on, but like those are the main plans that they build on. And that just means their lots are 40-foot wide, 90-foot wide, and so forth, right? Okay, so if you wanted like the super base price, the cheapest model that they offer, I think they kind of offer something for everyone, but if you wanted the cheapest base price for a 1-story, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, a little bit under 1,600 square feet, pretty bare bones, that's gonna run you about $430,000. And you're gonna wanna plan on, almost everyone out here puts about 10% of the home's price into upgrades. So for that home, you're gonna put about $43,000 of upgrades in it, and you're gonna have a banging 3-bedroom, 2-bath house on a 40 to 45 foot lot. If you wanted to build like the nicest house on a smaller 40 to 45 foot lot, that's gonna be a 2-story, 4-bedroom, 4-bath home, outdoor living, covered back patio. It's gonna be a little bit under 2,700 square feet, and you're gonna pay about $534,000 for that home. All right, and again, plan on putting about $54,000 of upgrades into it, because just like no one buys like the Super Mac Daddy pimped out, like puts all the upgrades in it, like on the flip side of that, no one ever like buys the bare bones, no bells and whistles house, because no matter what builder you're working with, they always just look kind of sad. Now let's talk about some of these homes on 60-foot lots. So if you wanted a little bit bigger lot, actually it's kind of that's like 50% bigger lot. If you wanted a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 1-story home with a 3-car garage, it's a little over 3,000 square foot, a nice big house, it's gonna cost you right around $700,000 with that builder. But if you wanted to buy the nicest plan on a 60-foot lot, and you wanted a 4-bedroom, 4 full bath, 2 half bath home, 2 stories with a 4-car garage, and it's almost 3,300 square feet, you're gonna pay right about $900,000. And again, you're probably gonna put about $90,000 of upgrades into it. Now let's talk about their biggest product. So the big 90-foot lots, macked out houses. The base price of the most affordable plan that fits that criteria, it's gonna be a 1-story. I really like big 1-story houses. So it's gonna be a 1-story, 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, study, outdoor living, dining room, 4-car tandem garage. The base price of that home is gonna be about $843,000. Now, if you wanted to go crazy, the biggest house that they possibly could offer on the biggest lot, nicest house, that is gonna be a 2-story, 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath home with a media room, family room, game room, study, dining, outdoor living, pool bath. That plan is gonna run you about $1,025,000. Now let's talk about the model that we showed you today, okay? So that plan, just to remind you, is a 2-story, 4-bedroom with 2 master bedrooms, 1 up, 1 down, but with a lot of options. If you'll remember, I believe it had 4.5 bathrooms, really nice. The base price of that plan is $910,000. And I asked the builder and she told me that they had about $120,000 of upgrades in that home. So if you wanted to buy that home exactly like it is right now, let me do the math. It's gonna cost you about $1,030,000 for that exact home. Now let's talk about the homes that are being sold by the builder of the home that we are sitting in right now. So you're gonna notice kind of a common theme here. There are a lot of options, okay? So they've got 40-foot lots, 45-foot lots, 50-foot, 60, 70, 90-foot lots. The kind of general theme with this neighborhood is that there really is, I think, almost something for everyone, okay? For example, If you wanted to buy a home on a smaller 40-foot lot, you can get into this neighborhood with this builder who is one of my favorite builders in the entire Austin area for $450,000 in this great neighborhood. And that'll get you a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with a 2-car garage, like open family room, dining area, mud room. And that plan is gonna be about 1,600 square feet. Base price, you can get into this neighborhood definitively at $450,000 for a 1,600 square foot 3-2, all right? And if you wanted to buy the biggest 40-foot lot plan, you could get a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home with a 2-car garage for $561,000. Now, I'm gonna skip the 45-foot lots because the pricing is really similar. And I'm actually gonna skip the 50-foot lots because this home can be built on a 50-foot lot, so I'm gonna come back to it. Now, if you wanted to buy a home on a 90-foot lot out here, now I actually just showed a couple weeks ago some past clients of mine, just like you, a home on a 90-foot lot out here in this neighborhood. And we were like, duh, like this is a big lot. You could put a pool out here and you would have tons of extra room, okay? Base price entry level for the 90-foot plans for a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home with a 3-car garage. It's a little over 3,200 square feet. You're gonna pay about $892,000. And on the high end, like the absolute most expensive house that you're gonna get out here, base price, is gonna be a 5-bedroom, 5-bath home with a 3-car garage. I've seen it. I showed one of my clients those houses, and it's like, it is stunning. Like, it has so many more features than I can even tell you right now. And the base price of those homes is about $1,240,000. And it will get you a Mac Daddy home, especially if you put an extra 124 grand of upgrades into it. Let's talk about this home. This home is a little bit over 2,700 square feet. It's on a well, technically right now, this is a 60-foot lot, but normally it's built on a 50-foot lot, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, got the home office with the French doors, the upstairs game room, the whole nine. And the base price of this home that we're sitting in is about $623,000. However, the builder let me know that there's about $152,000 of upgrades in this home. So if you wanted to buy this home exactly how it is right now, it's gonna cost you about $775,000, which I think is absolutely crazy, because if this home, like an almost 2,800 square foot home built at this quality where I live in the middle of like central Austin, I mean, it is gonna cost you millions of dollars. But out here in Santa Rita Ranch, you can get it for under $800,000, which is totally crazy. Now, quick bonus, this builder also has a new section opening up, not very many people know about at all, but in that section, I think the prices are a little bit more reasonable. So you can get a home on a 50-foot lot, and I believe, yeah, the smallest lot you can possibly get is 50 feet. Those homes start at $555,000, and you can go all the way up to a 70-foot lot, and those homes max out at under $900,000. Okay, and that's for a 5-bedroom, 4-bath home with a 3-car garage. And y'all, I'm telling you, these prices are absolutely freaking nuts. And look, there are builders that I would not want my client to buy out here. And there are builders who build luxury mansions out here that most normal people cannot afford. But we are really making an effort to show y'all builders that we really respect, we really think they do great quality, and that are at very reasonable prices. And we have great relationships with these builders. So if you're looking and you're liking what we're showing you, you have to reach out to us. But if you're like, Barrett, I want to know about other neighborhoods, check out the playlist that we have where we tour some of our favorite other suburbs in the Austin area right here.